Good morning, students. How are you? Fine. Okay, very good. Children, now is the session of economics in which we shall discuss about the next topics of national income accounting. In the previous session, we have discussed about production method or value added method of measuring national income. We also came across different precautions which must be taken while estimating national income through production method. Okay. Now, the types of questions which may be asked on the basis of production method of measuring national income may be like this. Okay. There may be some theoretical questions also, such as explain briefly production method or value addition method of measuring national income. Or the question may be like this: what are the steps involved in measurement of national income through production method? Okay. Or the questions may be like this: what are the precautions to be taken while measuring national income through production or value added method? Okay. And there may be multiple choice questions also on the basis of this method of measuring national income. Okay. Children, this is a long chapter and basically numericals are asked from this chapter at large. Okay. So if numericals are asked, if numericals are asked from this topic, then they will be of the two types. The first type of numericals will be sector based questions, and the second type of numericals will be firm based questions. Okay. In sector based questions, you may be asked to calculate gross value added at market price or factor cost or other aggregates of national income. How? Already we have discussed by subtracting the value of intermediate consumption from the value of output of each producing sector, and then subtracting the value of intermediate consumption, depreciation, etc. we have discussed in yesterday's class. Okay. If the firms based questions are asked, then you will be asked to calculate value addition by each firm, and then after you may be asked to calculate GDP or gross value added, etc. Okay. So you can find different problems in your textbook based on this production method of measuring national income, and if you have understood all important facts of this method, proceedings and steps, then it will be very easy for you to solve the numericals. Okay. And again, if you have some confusions and problems, then you may contact me and I will get you practiced these numericals when your classes commences start after this troublesome. Okay. Now come to the next method of measuring national income. Already we have seen that national income is a circular flow of production, income and expenditure. Okay. Thus, when it is estimated at the level of production, then it is called value added method or production method of measuring national income. Okay. But when it is measured at the level of income, then it is called income method of measuring national income. Okay. And And how is national income measured through income method we shall discuss today. Children, in the previous class we have seen that whatever is the value of output in fact is the aggregate of money value of all final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country. Okay. In fact, this value of output implies the monetary return to the producers. Okay. From this monetary return from the revenue collected from the sale of output, that is called value of output, the producers subtract the value of intermediate consumption, depreciation, net indirect tax, and then it becomes NTP at factor called domestic income. And after deductions of all these items from the value of output, the remaining part of revenue is distributed among different factors of production who have contributed to the flow of production. Okay. What are the different factors of production? You know, children, they are land, labor, capital, organization, and entrepreneurship. Okay. So, NDP at factor cost or domestic income or income generated gets distributed among these factors of production in the form of rent, wage, interest, and profit. Okay. So, at this level, national income can also be defined as sum total of factor incomes in the form of rent, wage, interest, and profit. Okay. How we shall explain now. According to income method of measuring national income, as a first step, the entire economy is broadly classified into three subsectors. They are primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. We have discussed about them in detail in the previous class. Okay. You know, children, whatever income generates in all these three sectors also is divided into three components. Okay. So, as a step 2, the income generated in these three sectors is divided into three components, into three categories, and they are called compensation of employees, operating surplus, and mixed income. Okay. In the previous class, we have discussed much about compensation of employees, operating surplus, and mixed income. Therefore, better you go in detail of these topics once more from your textbook. Okay? And, you know, as a third step, what happens? The compensation of employees and operating surplus and mixed income of primary sector are added to the compensation of employees and operating surplus and mixed income of secondary sector, and they are added to the compensation of employees and operating surplus and mixed income of tertiary sectors. Okay, and it's equal to is NTP at factor cost or domestic income. In short, you can say compensation of employees plus operating surplus plus mixed income of all the three sectors is equal to NTP at factor cost or domestic income or domestic factor income or income generated, not a part of national income. Okay. The next one is the imputed rent of owner occupied houses will be included in national income. Okay. Last but not least, income also earned through transfer of the financial assets like shares, bonds, debentures, etc. will not be included in national income. However, If commission has been paid on these transfers as a brokerage, then it will be a part of national income. Okay. So, better for you children to go through these precautions very carefully from the textbook and read out income method of measuring national income once more. Okay. At last, I would like to distinguish between factor income and transfer income. You know, there are two kinds of payments. One is called unilateral payment and the other is called bilateral payment. What happens in unilateral payment? The payee does not receive anything from the recipient. But in bilateral payment or in bilateral transfer, the payee must receive something from the recipient. Okay? Since rent, wage, interest and profit are given to different owners of factors of production for rendering their services or contributions to the flow of production, therefore they are called factor incomes and they constitute national income. But so long as a scholarship, old age pension, unemployment allowance, etc. are concerned, there is no corresponding production of goods and services, or there is no contributions of the recipient of these payments to the flow of production. Therefore, any kind of transfer payment is not included in national income. Okay? Thank you.